Well, hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. Today, me and Caden are back up here on the cabin build, and we are putting down flooring. What's the temperature today? Do you remember?
Hot.
Like 92. Now, the bad news is
we don't have gas for the nail gun.
I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys, I never really intended for this to be a full-on, let's teach the boy how to hammer and nails type project because, well, I do my best to avoid that. I try to use my pass load framing nailer as every chance I get, you know, screws and things like that where they are applicable. So I didn't intend to break out the box of nails, but here we are. We want to work, and Lowe's was out of pass load fuel. So I just ordered it off of Amazon. And it'll be here in a couple of days, but we're not gonna stop progress just because of that. And it'll be good for you to learn how to drive some nails, won't it?
Yeah.
Don't waste your water. You've already driven a few, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably better at it than I am. But anyway, we're gonna get to it. We gotta roll out some more black paper on this and get ready to put down some more boards. I'm getting your nails started here.
Okay.
And then I'll turn it over to you while I go get down more lumber.
Wait, but you have another board right here.
I know, but I'm saving it until I get close to the post because I want a wide one for that. Grab them on in, let's go. What are you about to do?
Take a jump into the pond.
What?
Except not jump, but.
We'll get wet, huh? Yeah. Well, I can't say I blame you. It's hot. What was that?
Front flip.
Does that feel good? Don't crack your head on the rocks. All right, so a good friend of mine who has a YouTube channel once said, what good is having a channel if you're gonna act like everything's perfect and edit out all the mistakes and everything that's not just right? And I kind of live by that method. I try to share with you guys pretty much everything that's going on. And on this cabin, you know, I shared with you the whole ordeal with the big stump in the way and having to chop it out and having to actually offset the post a little bit from what I wanted. Made the cabin just a hair smaller and the porch a hair larger in order to make everything work out and not have to take out the entire enormous stump. Well, I don't think that I mentioned at the same time we had another post that hit solid rock right here that I couldn't dig out. I mean, I could have gotten the backhoe and really went crazy and dug it out, but that's the beauty of building a camp cabin is, I mean, it's a glorified tent, so it doesn't have to be just perfect. So I actually had to set that post off just a little bit to miss that rock. And of course you can see, if you look at my floorboards, that my floorboard runs to the center of this post and the outside of that post, which shows you how I had to offset that post. I framed it accordingly, made a little bit of extra work with that, but the outside corners of the cabin are square. So I'm confident that the overall cabin shape is going to be nice and square and everything's going to work out just right. But those center posts, which are going to be covered on the inside with our insulation and all that kind of stuff, are offset a little bit either way, just because that was the easiest way to make it work. And on something like this, that's just kind of what you do. You adapt to what is given to you and the products that you've got. We're using imperfect lumber, and so some of these boards vary in widths as well, which can kind of magnify some of those imperfections, because we have some of these boards that are bowed and we'll pull them as best we can, but we can't get them perfectly straight. So all of that stuff comes into play when you're doing a project like this, and I'm leaving those visible in the project so that you can see that. But that's okay, because I'm confident when this final project comes out, it's going to be just right for what we need in terms of a camp cabin here on our pond. And here's kind of the view from the porch at this point. And I'm hoping before the weekend's out, we have the cabin floor finished and the porch floor finished. That way I can start framing in the walls and the roof. Once I get things under the roof, I can start leaving some tools up here and things like that instead of having to drive the truck and bring everything back and forth. Man, you're beating up my hardwood floors, son.
Do you think I can right now?
These are oak hardwood floors. Good job. What do you think? The nail gun's easier, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I thought about quitting just because we don't have the nail gun.
Are you serious?
I mean, I did. I don't want to. And, you know, this is all just kind of part of the process. And it's good. Get out and drive some nails. It's been a while. Oh, and in case you're wondering about the whole, you know, post out of line and things being in square, I went ahead and checked. I measured over from board to the end, and we're less than a ½ inch out of square. So I can live with that. All right, we got 2 more runs of black paper down, and yeah, about another, what, 6-8 feet of boards.
Yeah.
It's looking good, isn't it? It's a nice looking floor. My buddy Brad from down in Florida likes to make fun of me when I talk about the heat. And no, it's not as hot here as it is down in Florida. Man, I'm a desk jockey. I'm hot. I'm tired. I'm going to the house. Have I mentioned how handy this Geniverse solar generator is? We appreciate Geniverse for sponsoring this cabin build by providing us this solar generator and the solar panels to run it. It's been super handy with this whole project. Caden picked us up a friend to hang out with us while we build.
His name is Fred.
His name is Fred? Okay. Hey, buddy. You scared to death? We won't hurt you. We'll take care of you.
Hurt you.
Alright, go get the other end. We're getting this floor down.
Did you see that spark?
Did you throwing sparks over there, Sparky? We're still waiting on pass load fuel to come from Amazon because Lowe's is out. Man, that's really put a hamper on our progress. I don't mind driving some nails, but we didn't have all that many nails here. So what we ended up having to do, we were driving all the nails in the boards, and then we realized we were gonna run out before we got many boards down. So we decided to drive 2 nails in each end, and if they were bowed, pull them in the middle or do whatever we needed to do to get them set. That way we can get all the lumber down, and then we'll go back with the nail gun when the fuel comes in, and we'll do all the center joists and nail all those in. Just kind of a pain in the process. I expected to have this whole floor done this week, and I guess I could have driven an hour to the next Lowe's where they told me they had 26 in stock, but I didn't want to waste the time on the road. So, but anyway, we are making progress, and we're going to get the cabin floor done. And I'll share it. You know, I mentioned in one of my other videos the whole, you know, regular nails versus galvanized or hot dipped or whatever nails. And you can see the black spots in the floor here. This is inside the cabin, so we were using regular nails. Now we do have some galvanized ones, but we don't have many, so we're not going to get to do much on the porch. We'll probably put a few boards on today, but that's probably all the progress we're going to make until nail gun fuel comes in. What was your job, Caden?
Get your knife back.
What was your job, Caden?
Nothing.
What? How come our tar paper is not all the way out to the end? Go finish. You got to do your part, man. If we use 4 nails in each board, how many boards can we make?
I'm guessing about 7. I was correct! The first time.
Yeah. Tell you this, working up here on Saturday mornings is a whole lot pleasant than working up here in the afternoons after work.
It's really fun.
Because the sun comes from back there behind the woods, so we've got shade. Makes it a whole lot better, don't it?
Yeah.
All right, things going good. We're getting ready to start on our porch now, so we don't have to worry about the black paper anymore. So, Caden, your job is going to be to cut off the rest of this black paper scrap. Get it all piled up, watered up in the ball so we can take it down and throw it away, okay? All right, we're gonna get back to it. I thought I would show you how we came out in terms of squareness. And I'm actually kind of shocked because of the way that we had the pull boards that were bowed and all that kind of stuff. But the way everything worked out, we literally put a 5.5 inch board right here on the end, and the board is bowed out just a little bit in the middle. So we stick over about 1/8 of an inch in the middle. That end is about 1/8 of an inch shy of the edge, and that is about 1/2 inch shy of the edge. So we're less than 1/2 an inch out of square for certain. So, hey, for a glorified tent, that ain't too bad.
A glorified tent?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what we're building, right? Place to camp.
Really, a tent.
With a nice permapotty and Jennifer's electricity.
Now that's gonna be nice.
That's a glorified tent right there. Shoot, we might put in internet and a TV. Probably not. All right, guys. Now, this board is bowed so much that we tried pulling it by hand and we couldn't get it within 2 inches. So we came up with a plan, didn't we, bud?
Yeah.
I think it'll work. All right, start cranking. Just take it easy because I don't want you to pull the strap off the corner. Just pulse. Yeah, there you go. You're doing great. Keep pulling. Just a couple more clicks. Right there. Just pull it tight and hold.
I bet it's gonna pull the nails out.
Nope, it won't. It'll be perfect. I'm gonna do the same thing right here.
Let me do it.
It's not much of a gap.
Let me do it.
But
no, let me do it.
Here.
Let me do it.
All right, crank her down. A little more. That's pretty good right there. All right. Now, what you do, let me show you. Get it where it's pointing up like this so you got some leverage. You push to relieve these teeth off of that little switch. So you push and pull this back, okay? Push, there you go. Now let it back slowly. Now stop. Let go of this, push it back up here, and if it's still tight, do it again. All right, we'll put this back in the toolbox on the trailer. All right, guys, well, I was hoping we would finish out this video with all of the floor and the porch completed. But
all the floor in the...
we had our little setback with nail gun fuel, and we ran out of framing nails that we could drive by hand. So,
Fred, what do you want to say? Fred, what do you want to say?
Is this Fred's head or Fred's butt?
Head.
Oh, head, butt. All right. All right, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us today. All right, I want you to turn him loose. All right, you just gonna turn him loose on the rocks? He'll crawl away. All right, bye, bud. All right, guys, well, it's time to pick up tools and start putting everything away. I got Caden cleaning up the trash. So we're gonna call it a day. We hope you enjoyed today's video, and we appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day.
Like and subscribe.